So today, diving in with figuring out your signature program and price, today is all about what you really need to factor into your price, because I know so many of you get stuck on this because you're like, well, what do I charge? Like, I want to make a lot, but I also, don't know what my clients will pay. And then it's like this back and forth dance. So what you really need to do that goes into your price, and this is my personal take on it and what I've found success with. Obviously, there's different options that you could do this, but it's about finding what works for you. So what I have found, what works for me with setting price, it starts with you. It starts with you. So before going out on this online scrolling spree, searching spree to find out what everyone and their dog is doing, I want you to sit back and think about, what do you need to make? What are your goals for the month? How much do you need? Because if you set a price and you're like, oh, well, so-and-so is doing this, but I could go cheaper, I could go lower. And then by the end of it, you get a few clients and like you're drained, you didn't make enough money, you have bills to pay, you didn't even have enough money or time to take care of yourself. That is not a win. So we're here for the wins, because I know you guys are in the community too, where anything is possible for you. You literally can do, be, and have anything you want. So with setting your price, before looking about everything outside of you, take some time and really get clear on your desires and how much money will support you, because you do need, we are in a world where you need to be financially supported. So factoring that into your price, what do you desire? And looking at that, and also considering, where are you at? So for instance, if you have been working a 9-to-5 job, and maybe you have an hourly rate, or maybe you have a salary for the month, when you go out of that and then, maybe start your business, you really have to consider that, because you've set a standard for your life. And if you go from that to nothing, it's going to make things difficult. So in figuring your price, start with you. What is your time worth? Are you no more than, no less than $20 an hour, no less than $100 an hour? Or, if you realize that you are at the point in your life where you're like, I really need to make more money, and it just isn't financially smart to take anything less. Finding what that boundary is for you and setting it, that is going to help you get into the power of setting the price that makes sense for you. And so, just for some example purposes, I've seen health coaches and wellness practitioners just offer the full spectrum of what makes sense. And if you're like, well, I still want to do things for free. I mean, you still can. What I'm doing, it's free. I didn't charge you guys. So you can still have some of those things in your business that make sense for it to be free. However, when it comes to taking on a group program or one-on-one program, you really have to consider, how much time is this going to take from your day, from your week? Just keep it small. Don't go how much time am I gonna hear? That is overwhelming. Start small. Start with a day, a week, a month, to keep it small. But consider, how much time do you have in a day or in a week to focus on serving your clients? And then realize, if you're trying to transition out of your career, how much money do you need to start taking that over? Is it $1,000 a week, $5,000 a month, 10,000, whatever it is? Get super clear on that. So first, with getting really clear on how much you need to survive, so it makes sense, because if you start and you're not making enough, but you're spending all this time trying to help others, but you're not helping yourself, you're gonna come to a place where you're like, I just can't do this, or you're gonna have to get another job or do something somewhere so it makes sense. So what you need to do is sit down, use your journal, do a little meditation, dig into your financials and be like, how much money do I really need? And not just so you're surviving, but so you're thriving. So the other parts that I want you to know about price is the permission to set your price really starts with you. Like, nobody's just gonna be like, oh, well, you should charge this or that. Because sometimes if someone does set it for you and it's not in alignment and you don't feel comfortable with it, like, you're not gonna offer it. Like, if it's too low or if it's too high. For instance, like, for me, like, there are some business coaches out there that they're like, their programs start at like $10,000. And I was like, I could, yeah, I could. And I know I'll get to that level. But right now, doesn't feel good to me, because I want to be in alignment with like who my client is, and I can achieve making that in a month or more with what I'm doing now and still being comfortable with it. So if someone's like, oh, well, you should set it at like 5,000 or blah, 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 and it doesn't feel good to you, then you're not going to offer it. So really letting yourself know that the permission to set your price comes from you.